Hello children, welcome to my video number 79, and you can see I'm going to begin unit 7, the last unit of our course book. The unit is career paths, and you can see here some activities are given for us. The first activity, here are the job titles of some of the occupations that existed long ago in India, followed by description of the jobs. So you have to write down the correct job title beside this each description. Second one, some tools are given here, the picture of tools used by people in different occupations. You have to name these tools and the people who use them. And the third is given here are some unusual occupations. Which of these jobs would you choose to do if you were given a choice? Which one would you prefer to do if you are given a choice? First, you will have to find out about these jobs by searching on the internet and then write about them in your copy. So these are the things you're going to complete in your copy. Let us see now the first lesson that we have in this unit, which is a poem. A very famous and nice poem, Indian Weavers, written by our great political leader Sarojini Naidu. So let us begin this poem. Before that, we know that Sarojini Naidu, she was a poet, reformer and political leader who took active part in the Indians' freedom movement. Often she is called the Nightingale of India. She was the first Indian woman to be the president of the Indian National Congress, and she was also the first woman to be a governor of an Indian state. A very famous political leader, and let us see what she has written about in this poem of hers. As we know, India is a land of vast cultural diversity, and this is aptly reflected in the various kinds of traditional clothing that the people of this country wear. So we are going to see the different clothes, how they are connected with different stages of human life. As we can see, the title itself suggests about something related with clothes, Indian Weavers. So let us begin. Here you can see 3 stanzas are given. Each stanza is of 4 lines. So it's a short poem having good and very descriptive words and phrases. So let us begin. First, I will recite the poem for you. Weavers weaving at break of day, why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Weavers weaving at fall of night, why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage wheels of a queen. Weavers weaving solemn and still, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. So these 3 stanzas hold a lot of deeper meaning here, as we can see that the poem describes the different stages of human life. First stanza is talking about childhood. Second stanza is talking about youth, younghood, the adulthood, and the third stanza is talking about the old age. So these are the different stages, and the different stages are also described here with different events. The first stage, which is the childhood stage, it is related with the event of a child's birth, a newborn baby, child's birth. Second stage, which is adulthood, the stage of youth. Here it is connected with, here it is describing the event of marriage. And the third stage, which is an old age stage, is talking about the event of death. So the 3 events are described here: birth, marriage and death. And 3 stages are childhood, second stage is adulthood, and the third stage is the third stage here is the old age. So let us first know these things so that it will be easier for us to understand the description of the poem. Weavers. Now, who are weavers? Weavers are the one who weave clothes for us, weave fabric for us. So, weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? So it looks like the language looks like as if the poet is conversing, is talking with the weavers and is wanting to know different questions, different things that he wants to know. And through questions, the poet is asking these things from the weavers. So weavers weaving at break of day. Break of day means in the morning, when the day just began, break of day. In the morning, why do you weave a garment so gay? He wants the reason of for which a garment so gay. Gay means very joyful, such pleasant and such fresh garment the weaver is weaving. So he wants to know why is he weaving such a beautiful and such a joyful, fresh, bright garment. Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. This is the reply by the weaver, that blue as the wing of a halcyon wild. Halcyon is the other name for kingfisher bird. So the weaver here replies, blue as the wing of a halcyon wild. We weave the robes of a newborn child. That is, the weavers say that the color of the dress that they were weaving, that they are weaving is blue, like the wing of halcyon wild, like the wing of kingfisher. That is, we know the bird kingfisher is bright blue colored, so very fresh and bright color. So they say that the dress that they are weaving is blue, just like the wing of halcyon wild, the bird kingfisher. And the dress was for a newborn child. That dress was being weaved by them for a child that was just born. And as we can also make out here that the color blue, it symbolizes something which is very beautiful and special. So as we know, the birth of a child is always special for the family, for everybody. So this color is symbolizing that freshness and that feeling of special for this newborn child. So this particular stanza is telling us two main things that you have to remember. One is the time of the day when the garment is being weaved and for whom it is being weaved. The time of the day is morning and it's a newborn child. That is, the beginning of the day is beginning with a new birth, with a new child, with a newborn child. Now next stanza we see here, weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage wheels of a queen. So here the poet asks the weaver about the time which is fall of night. Fall of night means evening or dusk time when the sun sets and the darkness starts spreading. So this is the time period. Fall of night means the night is about to come and it's evening, can be taken as evening or dusk time, when darkness is still away and it's going to spread very soon. So this time the poet is asking the weaver, why is the weaver weaving a garment so bright? The weaver replies, like the plumes of a peacock. Plumes means the feathers of the peacock, which are so bright, purple and green. We weave the marriage wheels of a queen. So this stage is written at the time of evening and it is talking about the event of marriage. The dress being weaved by the weavers is very bright, of just like the feathers of peacock. The dress at this time is bright and full of colors like the feathers of peacock. And this stanza refers to adult stage of the life when humans are very active, when they love each other, they get married, and also like they struggle to live a better and prosperous life. So this stanza is focusing on this particular stage of human life. The colors purple and green are used here, which symbolizes, like the color purple symbolizes, purple and green both, they symbolizes sorrow and happiness, or sometimes they also symbolize struggle and ease in one's young age. That is, as we know, in adulthood and young age, both the things go together. Sorrow and happiness, the people face both kind of emotions, sorrow and happiness, and struggles and ease, that is success. Ease here is success in one's young age. So there are different emotions being shown here through the color purple and green in this stanza, like because this is the most emotional stage of human life. Like when we are in adulthood, we go through different kind of struggles, different kind of success, sad phase, various happiness and joyful moments we have. So all this is being reflected through the color purple and green here. Now last stanza, let us see what does it talk about. And it is here also in the second stanza, marriage weeds of a queen. That means it is talking about the event of marriage. That is the all different, apart from all different aspects of adulthood, marriage is the most important event. So this is what it is concentrating, and the dress is being made for the marriage purpose of a queen. Now last stanza, weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. Now what do we notice? Here in the first two stanzas, the poet questions, why do you weave? Why do you weave? But here, he is questioning, what do you weave in the moonlit chill? That is, he sees, the poet sees the weavers very quiet, very still and silently doing their work. Solemn means here very much seriously doing their work. And he wants to know that what do you weave in the moonlit chill? It's not why, but what were they weaving in that moonlit chill? Moonlit chill means here the time, that is the dead night, that is in the mid of the night, dead part of the night. And in the moonlit chill, that means it's in the moonlight, the midnight, and the time is that time people usually take rest, but the weavers were weaving this garment. What was it? The weaver reply, white as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. So this gives us a hint that the reason of why the weavers are solemn and still, why they were doing their work seriously and they were still, because they were grieved. They were weaving the garment of a dead man's funeral, that is the garment that will be put on a dead body. So this is something concentrating on the last event of human stage, last stage of human life, that is the stage of death, or you can also take it as the stage of old age, which is very near to one's death. Weavers weaving solemn and still, what do you weave in the moonlit chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud. That is, this stage is also telling us the color white, which is like lifeless, and it is colorless phase of human life, colorless and lifeless stage of human life when the person dies. And that is why the weavers are very quiet and very sad. They are grieved because they were weaving the dress for a funeral of a dead man. So this whole poem tells us the three stages of human life. the birth time, second is the marriage time, and the third is the death time. And we see that how garments are related, that is the dresses are related with these different stages. This time, when the newborn child is born, he is given blue color, that is something which is fresh and which is special. Then when the man reaches the second stage, which is the stage when he gets married, when he is full of life, when he is active, that time the bright colors of peacock feather are used here. That is purple and green, and purple and green symbolizes both happiness and sorrow and struggles and success. So all these are telling us about the adulthood of a human life. And last stanza, the color used is white, which is a lifeless color. The dress is made up, the dress that is being weaved here is a colorless dress. So this tells us the last stage, that is the death, when there are no emotions, nothing is left, and it's all over. So this is all about the different stages of human life, very beautifully described or explained by the poet. So let us stop here. We'll continue in the next video with the other descriptions. Till then, take care and God bless you all.